Gentlemen, why is there so many women nowadays in the USA that have an inflated entitlement about themselves? Like they're all tens. They all are princesses and they deserve, the same thing as Princess Diana. I'll tell you why. It's because of the simps. It's because of simps getting with fat chicks, chicks with kids, chicks over 30 years old, marrying them, making them their girlfriends, things like this. Things that actually don't, that are actually a negative on a woman, because a woman's sexual market value is determined by her youth, beauty, fertility, not having any kids out of wedlock, things like this. Well, Brolia, well, that's old school, that's old fashioned. Men need to understand. That's the thing that I always get. Men need to understand. We need to understand that, it's not like that. That's old school. That's like talking like we're in the 1920s. No, gentlemen. Women still want men to play that traditional role and be traditional men without being traditional women. But getting back to the point that I was discussing, women, fat girls, single moms, these types of women in the USA, modern women that are still thinking of themselves like they're all tens, they're all nines, things like this. It's because of the simps and all this, the attention and validation they get on social media from simps. The simps are the problem. That's why these women have this, ideology. And they buy into it. Not only because of the simps, but also because movies and music tell them that they're, perfect and beautiful no matter what, and they're the prize, when actually it is not. The man is the prize. Yes, I said it. The man is the prize because we determine if women become wives or if they're for the streets. It's that simple. If a man of value, which is usually what women are looking for when they're looking for like a husband, and it should be when they're in their prime, being 18, 19, but women in the USA, they don't want to do that. They don't want to look for a husband that young. They want to have their hoe phase and then settle down with a nice guy in the 30s. And when they're in their 30s, after they've hit the wall, now they're like, okay, the party's over. Now I need to settle down with a nice guy. Whether I have kids or not, he has to accept those kids as his own because, that's what feminism and movies and media told me. And men need to understand. Men need to understand. That's the thing. No, we don't. We don't know you understanding. The world doesn't know you understanding. The sexual marketplace doesn't know you understanding. You don't deserve anything. That's another thing women are taught. They deserve everything in the world because they're princesses, like Princess Diana. No, ladies, you're not. You're not. And there's going to be an epidemic of lonely single women in their 40s to 80s. Because, believe me when I say this, 40 to 80 is a long ways to go without a man, ladies. A long ways to go. And there's like over 51% of women that are going to be unmarried and childless in the USA. And that's because feminism told them to prioritize careers and the hoe phase in their prime, instead of like looking for a husband to settle down with and start a family, and then you can do all that career shit. I'm not saying women shouldn't work. I'm saying that they should prioritize a husband in their sexual prime, not after they're over 30 years old and almost their eggs are already dead to begin with. Well, Brolio, that is so sexist for you to say. How dare you? How dare you? Bring up biological fact. How dare you? Well, I mean, it's the truth. That's why I only talk to women in Mexico and overseas. I don't even date women in the USA. I might talk to them like if I'm like at the jazz club or something, but I'm not gonna like take them seriously. I'll have sex with them, here in the USA, but I'm not gonna like go anywhere beyond that. Even then, I try to avoid the whole sex thing with women here. Because it's fucking pointless. The lemon ain't worth the squeeze, gentlemen. It ain't worth the squeeze dealing with modern women. Because they're not traditional women. Because the only type of woman that you need to turn into a wife is a traditional woman. And what is a traditional woman? A woman that's in her late teens, early 20s, a virgin or with one dude at most, no kids obviously, and was raised to be a wife. How many women in the USA are like that? What, maybe 3%? 4%? But yet you got these 30-year-old, 40-year-old broads that are still like carrying themselves like they're 18, 17-year-old virgins, having 18, 17-year-old virgin prices. Like they're like a 2023 brand new BMW on the car lot waiting to be bought when they're actually 1989, 1990 used vehicles with 300,000 mileage. But men can do that. Yeah, it's a double standard because, ladies, it's not the same. It's not the same for men. 100% different. Yes, it's a double standard. But there's double standards that women don't like to acknowledge either. Like, they can get into the club for free if they're like hot enough, and then ugly chicks got to pay the price. How many women do you hear say, "Excuse me, sir, bouncer, I know that you're letting me in for free, but I demand that you charge me full price, full cover price, just like all the other ugly women." Oh, no. Not one single woman would do that. Just one example that some people use. Kevin Samuels pointed this out, and I learned that from him. There's a few others, but they're not at the top of my head at the moment. Point being, the reason these older women beyond 27, or even younger women in their early 20s that are fat as fuck, big as a blimp, that still got this mentality like they're the fucking shit and that they can pull guys. No, they can just find dudes to have sex with. That'll have sex with any man is gonna have sex with any woman in general. But that's the problem, man. We need to stop putting our dicks in these fat chicks and these really low value women, because that's where they get this fucking mentality, gentlemen. That's where they get this mentality that they're the God's gift to the world because of that. They think that if a man has sex with them, that he's also wanting to be in a relationship with them and also wanting to marry them. And it's exact opposite. Ladies, I'll just tell you that. Because men, we can differentiate between a woman that's for fun and a woman that's wife material. And very few women in the USA are wife material. And I'll say it one more time before I end this video. Wife material meaning she prioritized finding a husband when she was 19, 20, 21, 22. And she waited until marriage for that man. She didn't have kids out of wedlock or anything like that. And she was raised to be a wife. Raised to know how to take care of children, know how to take care of the husband. The husband, provides. That's a man's only job. It's not our job to keep women happy. It's our job to protect and to provide. That's it, gentlemen. And that's it, ladies, too. That might be controversial and old school, but it's the truth. That's what a traditional man is, ladies. We just protect and provide. It is not our job to keep you happy. Jesus Christ, especially a woman. As emotional as they are with the ups and downs, because marriage ain't about happiness, it's about your duty to your family and to your husband. And the husband just protects and provides. That's it. That's what it comes down to. All this new age shit nowadays has confused the fuck out of everybody. One more reason why I suggest men go overseas for a wife and relationships and just leave these fucking broads in the USA alone, because more than half of them are going to die alone with a cat or a dog as a replacement to children when they no longer can have children. And I mean, it's sad, but it's true. So, that's the end of my video, and Braulio's out, and I hope you take this advice to heart because it's the fucking truth. Out.